What happened to Tony Orlando and Don? Born Michael Anthony Orlando Cassavetes in New York City on April 3rd, 1944, he entered the music business at the age of 16 following a successful audition for producer Don Kirshner. He hired Orlando to write songs in an office across from New York's Brill Building, along with Carole King, Neil Sedaka, Tony Wine, Barry Mann, Bobby Darin, Connie Francis, and Tom and Jerry, who didn't make it in the office until they changed their name to Simon and Garfunkel. Orlando's first hit, 1961's Halfway to Paradise, was written for him by Carole King, who also authored the top 20 follow-up Bless You. He also appeared at the Brooklyn Paramount Theater with DJ Murray the K. Jerry Goffin and Jack Keller wrote a doo-wop version of Stephen Foster's song Beautiful Dreamer for Orlando. Released as a single in 1962, the song was picked up by the Beatles, who included it in their setlist on the Beatles' Winter 1963 Helen Shapiro tour. A recorded version was later released on their 2013 album On Air Live at the BBC Volume 2. However, after scoring a minor hit with Happy Times Are Here to Stay, his career ground to a halt when Kirshner sold his company to Screen Gems, which showed considerably more interest in publishing music than recording it. Orlando was given a job with the company's promotional department, and in 1967, he was tapped by Columbia Records to head their own publishing division, April Blackwood Music. In early 1970, Orlando received a call from Bell Records producer Hank Madress requesting that he lay down a lead vocal over a demo recorded by a Detroit-based act called Dawn. The duo, consisting of vocalist Thelma Hopkins and Joyce Vincent, had previously backed up singers including Edwin Starr, Johnny Taylor, Freda Payne, and others. According to legend, Orlando never even met either singer until well after the record Candida became a massive hit, rising to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. The background singers on the track were Cynthia Weil, Linda November, Jay Siegel, and Tony Wine, who co-wrote the song. Orlando quickly agreed to cut another record with Dawn, nonetheless adamantly insisting on keeping his day job. The follow-up was titled Knock 3 Times, which went to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in early 1971, and finally Orlando returned to music full-time, singing with Bell and going on tour with Hopkins and Vincent under the banner of Dawn featuring Tony Orlando. Released in 1973, Tie a Yellow Ribbon became Orlando's biggest hit yet and was named the top-selling single of the year. On the Carol Burnett Show in 1975, Harvey Korman, Carol Burnett, and Vicki Lawrence did a spoof of Tony Orlando and Dawn as Tony Tallahassee and Dusk, singing Wrap Your Jammies Round the Old White Pine. Long after its original success, the song re-entered the public consciousness with renewed force in 1981, becoming something of an anthem during the Iranian hostage crisis as American citizens regularly tied yellow ribbons around trees as a symbol of their hopes and prayers for the hostages' safe returns. By that time, Tony Orlando and Dawn had long since dissolved after scoring subsequent top 10 hits with 1973's Say Has Anybody Seen My Sweet Gypsy Rose?, 1974's Stepping Out Gonna Boogie Tonight, and the number 1 hit from 1975, He Don't Love You Like I Love You. The group's popularity began to slip, although they enjoyed considerable success with their CBS television variety series. However, in July 1977, Orlando, reeling from the recent death of his sister and his close friend Freddie Prinze, as well as mounting drug problems, announced his retirement, giving up show business in the name of Christianity. Orlando's retirement proved short-lived, and just 4 months later, he made a solo comeback in Las Vegas, while Dawn attempted to forge on without him but enjoyed little success on their own and eventually disbanded. Wilson had once been considered as a replacement in an official grouping of the Supremes following former member Mary Wilson's departure, but it was decided by Motown that the group should not continue without an original member, and the Supremes disbanded in 1977. Wilson sang as a backing vocalist on Sherry Payne and Suze Green's duet album Partners in 1979. Hopkins made a very successful acting career for herself in series such as Bosom Buddies, Gimme a Break, Family Matters, Half and Half, and Are We There Yet? In the meantime, Orlando signed to the Casablanca label, but as a solo performer, he fared poorly, scoring only one charting single, 1979's Sweets for My Sweet. The following year, Orlando joined the cast of Broadway's Barnum. In 1988, Tony Orlando and Dawn briefly reformed, and 2 years later, already a staple of the Las Vegas club circuit, he became the latest in a long line of celebrities to open up a theater in the tourist community of Branson, Missouri, founding the Tony Orlando Yellow Ribbon Music Theater, with the promise to play some 200 dates there annually. In 2009, Joyce Vincent joined Sherry Payne and Linda Lawrence's former Ladies of the Supremes group. Vincent filled in for Freddie Poole in the FLOS for a tour with Payne and Linda Lawrence when Poole was suffering from the death of her mother. She continues to tour and perform to audiences all over the world. Tony Orlando, Thelma Hopkins, and Joyce Vincent reunited once again in 2015 for the sold-out Tony Orlando and Dawn To Be With You Again tour, and appeared at Chiller Theater in Parsippany, New Jersey, and again for a successful Christmas tour in late 2018. Thelma Hopkins and Joyce Vincent joined Tony Orlando on stage at his final concert on March 22, 2024, at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut. As of the recording of this video in June 2024, Tony Orlando and Dawn are still alive and well, even though they aren't performing anymore. Tony Orlando right now is 80 years old, and he is enjoying life with his wife, Elaine. Thelma Hopkins is 75 years old and is still acting to this day. As recent as this year in 2024, she appeared in the show That Girl Lay Lay, which was a Nickelodeon show that just ended a few months ago. And as for Joyce Vincent, not much is known about what she's up to these days, but she is still alive and well at 77 years old. And that's what happened to Tony Orlando and Dawn. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Give me some facts about Tony Orlando and Dawn that I might have failed to mention in this video, and let me know who I should do next on the channel. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.